Our good friend Judith Cane, money coach, is here. How are you?
I'm fine.
Did you have a good summer?
Had a great summer.
It's not over yet.
I know.
It's not over.
This cold weather is not over. It's not the beginning of fall.
What cold weather, Judith?
Yeah, exactly.
You've got some great information for people today, for people going to university and or those who have children going to university. We're going to put you on a university budget.
We are.
And you got to do it.
And you have to do it. You have to put yourself on a budget so that you don't go through your OSAP loan in the first 2 months.
Right.
Because that's got to last you.
If in fact you have one.
Right. Or the money that you have saved up for university, you don't want to
Right.
go through it in your first 2 months.
Which is easy to do, believe me.
Yes. It was okay when we were in school and draft was 20
so
cents
much
each.
cheaper.
I know.
I
And
mean,
now
I
there's
paid
cocktails.
$1,200 for tuition at Dalhousie University in Halifax. Are you kidding me?
Now it's a month.
No,
$1,200 a
my
month.
daughter went there, and I had to. Sure, I sold off a house or something. First thing to do is create a budget.
Yes. We want to make sure that you know how much money you've got for the 8 months that you're at school and what it's going to cost you. So
Right.
you need to sit down and say, okay, this is how much I need for residence or wherever you're going to live. This is how much I need for food. And then this is how much. Now, don't forget things like cell phones and travel back home if you're away from home.
That's to be budgeted for.
And snacks and coffees and those kinds of things are
All
the things
that.
that'll get you caught.
What are the trick to budgeting no matter what it is?
The trick for budgeting is managing your bank account. So open up a bank account at one of these places that don't have any fees.
Like President's Choice? doesn't
Yes, or ING, either
don't
one
have
of those.
fees.
They don't have fees. You set up a bank account where the money goes in, and that's where your rent, anything that's fixed, your rent, your cell phone, those fixed fees come out of that account.
Okay.
You set up another account, and every month you transfer money into that account, and that's your spending account.
You also mentioned to look for things that might help you out financially, like grants, bursaries, or scholarships that you may qualify for, and you'd be surprised.
You'd be amazed. There's lots of websites. The government has great websites. The Financial Consumers Agency has great websites on where to look for those kinds of things. Also, ID cards. You
Yeah.
should check on your student ID card to see where you can get discounts to buy things. And there's actually an international student ID card that is great for discounts, especially
Yeah.
for travel.
Yeah, there's lots of discounts that students can get if you have a look.
That's right.
And it's easy to look.
Air Canada's actually got a great
Yeah.
student pass that you can buy. You buy, I think, 6 one-ways if you're not in town and you need to get home. And it's a lot less expensive
that
than
right?
having to buy a ticket. Yeah, it's a great deal.
So, in many cases, what happens is the kids get a job for the summer, right? And they save up a certain amount of money, and then
Yeah.
the parents help out or whatever.
Yeah.
You need to manage that money, right? 'Cause
Really,
you can't
it's-
just blow that in the first little while and say, well,
Yeah, I give out little books and I tell them just to keep track of where they're spending their money so that they have an idea of, they know exactly where they're spending their money, and I tell them to use cash. Take $30 or $40 or $100 out, whatever their spending is for that week, take it out in cash and then don't use their debit card.
Okay.
Because you get a sense of what things cost when you're actually
you must be a
exchanging.
fan of the envelope system.
I do. I have.
And that's the old way of doing it with
is.
cash in an envelope.
It is.
But it works.
It does. Check
You
my
put-
kitchen counter. There's envelopes
you
there.
put your bill money for each bill in an envelope, and then you put your money for this in an envelope, then your spending money in an envelope,
That's
and when
right.
the spending money's gone,
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone. You start inviting people over for potluck.
You force yourself to do it.
It's true.
I think one of probably the most expensive parts of at university or college or whatever you do is the miscellaneous sort of things that you don't really think about until
Yeah.
after the fact.
That's right. Snacks and coffees are probably the biggest thing. If you're just buying a coffee, it's one thing, but now we're getting fancier with the coffees and the snacks are expensive. Muffins can be $4 or $5. Cupcakes,
Yeah.
which are now very popular, are $3 and $4.
They seem to be a little more expensive on campus too for some
Yeah.
reason. Gee, wonder
If
why.
you stopped drinking coffee out and you brought coffee in a thermos and you didn't have a snack, you could save probably $2,000 a year.
I think you're right. I mean, think about the coffee machines, for example, you can get these days.
Yeah.
You get a Keurig machine or something like that, and a travel mug.
Exactly.
And
Or
you
a
don't need
thermos.
to, yeah.
If you're going to be at school all day, take a thermos with
Yeah,
you and put it in your
just,
backpack.
you
It
don't-
keeps it warm.
Yeah, and bring snacks. Buy snacks ahead of time.
That's right.
No matter what they are, it's going to be cheaper if you buy them ahead of time.
Short-term
and not on
pain,
location. Yeah.
long-term gain.
Where do we find all your information?
I've got two websites. One is anterrafinancial.com and the other one is moneycoachescanada.ca.
Right.
Financial Consumers Agency is a great place to look for spreadsheets, work pages, those kinds of worksheets, those kinds of things. And Gail Vaz Oxlade from Till Debt Do Us Part has a great website for kids.
Is
too.
that right?
Yep.
We got to run Judith, but Judith's actually done seminars for the students because they never listen to what the parents say, even if it's parents' money. Really.
Yep.
Thanks for coming by.
My
Good
pleasure.
to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Judith Cane.